Hey everybody, this is Jeff from Build an Aquarium Workshop. All right, and today we are talking about a necessity if you are keeping aquariums, freshwater, saltwater, doesn't matter. Came across this product on another YouTube channel and ended up buying it. It is online and it is by Sicce, okay, and it's called Pump Clean. We have never used this, so we're going to try this and see if it's everybody's good as they say, others say, that have used it. I got a good deal on this one from Premium Aquatics. And, okay, so what is this for? It's to clean a lot of your equipment. That's what we're going to use it for, okay? Now, it contains citric acid, and that's what does the cleaning action. This isn't just for aquariums, folks. This is actually for household cleaning as well. That's on here. I won't be reading those instructions because we're going to use it for, as you can imagine, the aquariums here. And I'm going to do the saltwater aquariums first. I do have freshwater aquariums that we can use this on. I will treat them separately. So what do we need and how much of it do we need? So this is a big bottle. It tells you right here on the directions, you need 4 tablespoons per gallon of water. All right, so what are we going to be cleaning? You know, if you've been in the hobby, the equipment just gets just really dirty. And so we went around looking at some of our saltwater equipment, okay? And you can tell me if that looks familiar, right? So that should look familiar to many of you. This power head, right, or pump. But yeah, so I went around finding, you know, stuff like this. As you can see, I don't know about rubber. If rubber is okay for it, the plastic will probably be fine. These, if we lose these, if for some reason the acid is that strong, I don't know. So not a big deal, but I just want to see what it can clean. And even plastic trays, we had been using the plastic trays. So some of you are using those plastic trays and they get all real dirty and nasty. So let's see how clean it gets and how long. That's the purpose of this video. So we haven't set it up, but we're going to. So now what do we need? Well, we've got the powder, right? You need a bucket. Okay, we've got our 2-gallon bucket. We only need a gallon. So we've got a gallon of the water, okay? We're going to put that in there. We've got the, here's our tablespoon right here. Measurement device, right? Measurement spoons. And then what it tells you for safety first, always safety first, is because it is citric acid. I don't know how strong that is, but it tells you you're going to want to wear some rubber gloves, okay? So that's what we're going to do. So that's everything you're going to need to go ahead and start getting your equipment clean. And like I said, freshwater, saltwater doesn't. Okay, so here we go. We open it up, and it comes with a scooper. So that's the good news. It is a white crystal, if you can see that. The bad news, I'm glad we ended up getting our tablespoon because it gives you every measurement that you can imagine here. Fluid ounces, milliliters, cc's, but it doesn't give you tablespoons. And on the directions, it tells you 4 tablespoons per gallon. How much that is, I don't know. I could probably go ahead and measure it out and then figure it out that way. But since I brought my handy dandy spoons, we're going to go ahead and just scoop it out with this because we know that's a tablespoon. I think that's quite funny. I give you a tool, but it doesn't do it in tablespoons. So, all right. And now we're going to put 1, and here's 2. I got 3 here, and 1 more. Makes 4. All right, 4 tablespoons. Didn't say anything about mixing it. I'm going to go ahead. I see it down there. It doesn't seem like it's dissolving there right away. So I'm going to go ahead and mix it. Basically, it's a 2-gallon bucket, halfway full, like that. Just other safety precautions while I'm stirring this. Keep out of reach out of children. Keep out of the heat. It says to store it, and it's good for 2 years. This product. The big selling point was, especially with your equipment, is for reef tanks. Okay, specifically, keeping everything clean. So your pumps, for instance, your pumps can run, especially those power heads, can run like brand new, right? Because otherwise the gallons per hour goes down on them. Like this one is running, both of them are running a lot less than what they were. This one usually shoots across the tank, and it's not. So it needs to be cleaned. Those power heads need to be cleaned. The skimmers, the collection trays, they get real nasty. We're going to go ahead and put that in there. All right, folks, we're back with our pump clean by Sicce. And wow, amazing, great stuff. 24 hours to the T. So yesterday at 1 o'clock, we put in several things that I showed you, and it's 1 o'clock. Again, all I did is rinse them off. One thing I can tell you is that actually, depending on how bad the stuff is, it could be you only need several hours. I checked the stuff last night in the bucket at 9 o'clock, so 8 hours later, and most of the stuff was already gone. So I left it go for the 24 hours just to see, and there was like a little bit left on, but I can tell you this. All I had to do is take one of my sponge. All I did is take whatever it was, like for instance this container. Now this container could get a lot cleaner, but you can just see, I mean, if you saw what it looked like, I mean, it is really clean. Just need a brush to get into those hard places. I got into what I could with the sponge, but I do have a brush. I got to get that brush out, and it would be, especially here, it would be in the hole, be perfectly clean, and the lid came out great too. So you can see the lid. There's still a little bit of stains right there, which so I could soak it a little longer if I needed to. But yeah, I mean, so much nicer. And that's the only thing. If you remember these, I'm going to show you the difference. On the heater holders, that's what it looked like before, okay, and afterwards. So you got the before and afterwards. So perfectly clean, look brand new. And we did the same thing. Look at this power head. This pump, as I recall, quit working, intermittent. And it was just caked on. There's just so much stuff, you know, and I just, you know, neglected to clean it. And look at that now. I mean, it looks amazing. It looks brand new. And the basket came out great. There was a little bit of film. I just had to, again, just gently wipe it away. Look at this pump, this water pump. Look at that thing. And I didn't take it apart, so I don't know what it looks like inside. You're probably going to want to take yours apart. I would think it would clean better. Maybe not necessarily. I don't know. You know, I would think the acid gets in everywhere. The citric acid, that is. The last thing that I cleaned, so that looks phenomenal. I can't wait to try this. And the last thing I cleaned was what I used to put food in. I have this little tray. I scoop water, and my frozen foods, I thaw them out in here and I feed them. And it was filthy, just absolutely filthy. And it's looking so much better now. So yeah, you got to clean your stuff. Absolutely. If you're like me, you're kind of like, oh, I don't know what to clean it with. I want to make sure it's reef safe. I want to make sure it's fish safe and that there's no problems. Now I have more stuff to soak, and I've left that solution in the bucket, and I've just put one thing in there right now. I'll put a couple more things in there to clean. I don't see why we can't reuse the solution again. But I would say this is an absolute success. I absolutely 100% recommend it. Try it. If you have any different results, then put it in the comments. Let us know. Let everybody know that, hey, it works great for you. It only maybe took a few hours or several hours, or it could have taken a day or two, depending on, I'm sure, like I said, depending on how bad this stuff is. But I don't think there's much worse than the calcium deposits that you really can't get off just by scrubbing with water, hot water, or whatever. Bleach takes several days sometimes, but this stuff worked phenomenal. So I have to say, I definitely recommend Pump Clean. All right, you can get it from several sources, several online sources. Your local fish store probably has it too. They're probably using it. It's not something brand new, so it's not a big secret. But I have to voice in my opinion that this stuff is great. Okay, all right, folks. Hopefully you liked the video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. You want to see more tropical fish videos? You know what to do. Subscribe to our channel. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.